Rodrigo Duterte is the 16th president of the Philippines, serving from 2016 to 2022. A former mayor of Davao City, he rose to national fame for his tough stance on crime, drugs, and corruption. Known for his bold words and strongman image, Duterte earned both local and international attention. Many Filipinos admire Duterte for his fearless leadership, his efforts to fight illegal drugs and crime, and his simple, relatable personality. They also appreciate his infrastructure projects, strong stance against powerful elites, and his image as a father figure who prioritized the safety and order of the country. He was one of the most controversial leaders in the country's modern history. His administration was marked by multiple scandals and controversies. One of the most notable and internationally criticized controversies was declaration of martial law in Mindanao, 2017 to 2019. Following the Marawi siege by ISIS-linked terrorists, Duterte declared martial law in the entire Mindanao region. Concerns: prolonged duration, 2.5 years, raised alarms about potential military abuses and erosion of civil liberties. Critics argued it was disproportionate and used to consolidate power and justify military presence. Vulgar and sexist remarks. Duterte gained notoriety for making sexist, misogynistic, and vulgar comments, often during public speeches. Notable incidents: should have been first rape joke, 2016, referring to the gang rape and murder of an Australian missionary in a Davao City prison riot. Duterte joked, "She was so beautiful, the mayor should have been first." Harassment of female critics. Duterte frequently targeted female politicians and journalists, including Vice President Leni Robredo, Senator Leila de Lima, who was jailed under his administration, Maria Ressa, CEO of Rappler Criticism. Women's rights groups, local and international, slammed Duterte for normalizing violence and abuse against women. Persecution of critics and the media. Duterte was accused of using state power to silence dissent, harass political enemies, and control the media. Arrest and detention of Senator Leila de Lima, a vocal critic of Duterte's drug war. She has been jailed since 2017 on what many view as politically motivated drug charges. Attacks on ABS-CBN, the country's largest media network. Its franchise renewal was denied in 2020, largely seen as retaliation for airing anti-Duterte ads during the 2016 election. Online news outlet Rappler, led by Nobel Peace Prize laureate Maria Ressa, faced multiple legal charges and shutdown attempts. Alliance with China and the West Philippine Sea issue. Duterte was criticized for his soft stance on China, despite Beijing's aggressive actions in the West Philippine Sea, South China Sea. Ignored or downplayed the 2016 Hague ruling that invalidated China's sweeping claims in the South China Sea in favor of closer economic ties. Allowed Chinese vessels to continue operations in Philippine-claimed waters with little resistance. Memorandums of agreement with China for loans and infrastructure, which some feared could lead to debt dependency. Quote, "China is already in possession of the sea. What can we do?" Duterte, 2021. The war on drugs and alleged extrajudicial killings, EJKs. Duterte's flagship policy was his aggressive anti-drug campaign, which began shortly after he took office in 2016, he promised to eradicate illegal drugs within 6 months, using extreme measures if necessary. This led to widespread police operations and vigilante-style killings, where thousands of suspected drug users and dealers were killed. Controversial points. Death toll estimates vary. Official numbers put the death toll around 6,000 plus, but human. Rights groups estimate up to 30,000 deaths, many of which were extrajudicial, carried out without legal process. International condemnation. Organizations like Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, and the United Nations accused Duterte's government of human rights violations and possible crimes against humanity. International Criminal Court, ICC, investigation. The ICC launched a formal investigation into Duterte's drug war, focusing on possible crimes against humanity. Duterte withdrew the Philippines from the ICC in 2019, but the investigation continues. Shoot to kill rhetoric. Duterte was known for his incendiary public statements, at times openly encouraging police to kill drug suspects. Notable quotes: "If you know of any addicts, go ahead and kill them yourself." Duterte, 2016. Criticism. Alleged. Targeting of the poor, while wealthy or politically connected individuals involved in drug trade were rarely touched. Claims of planted evidence, fabricated police reports, and lack of due process. Rodrigo Duterte, the 16th president of the Philippines, leaves behind a complex and unforgettable legacy. Feared by critics, revered by loyal supporters, he was a leader who ruled with an iron fist, waged a brutal war on drugs, challenged the elite and traditional powers, silenced dissent with force, and redefined what it meant to lead a nation torn between order and freedom. Though his methods remain deeply controversial, his impact on Philippine society, politics, and the Filipino psyche will echo for generations to come.